I got my, whoops, hang on a second. I might not, yeah, I do have it up. Okay. All right, so we're all set there. Okay, good deal. All right, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, so to speak. Okay, so we are streaming live on YouTube. We're live here, and let's go ahead and get started with this. So what I'm going to be covering with you today is, you know, the simple, most overlooked technique to building wealth and growing your income starting today. And now this is something that, let me go ahead and share my PowerPoint here. Where's it at? There it is. Okay, so here we go. So everybody's looking for ways to actually save money and actually build towards their future and actually get that generational wealth. And what I'm going to be sharing with you in today's presentation is stuff that it's one of the most simple overlooked techniques that the wealthy use. And it's something that's how they have had that generational wealth. It's something that over the course of time, they've always done this one thing. This is something any wealthy family, if you check their history on what they've done, and you can, you'll be able to prove it, is they always have had multiple streams of income. But one of them, a key one that that every single one of them is always ahead, is that they've always saved in the form of silver and gold. Okay. And a lot of people, a lot of times think, well, I don't have enough money to do that, or I don't know how to do that. So what would I do? Well, that's what I'm going to share with you here today, is because a lot of times, when I was putting together this presentation and everything, one thing that crossed my mind was that a lot of times, if you don't know how to do something, what do? You don't do it because you don't know how to do it. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you today is give you some insight and some ideas on how you can incrementally start building that generational wealth, regardless of your income. It doesn't matter if you make minimum wage or $15,000 a year, or you make $150,000 a year. This is something that you can do. It's something that everybody can do, regardless of their income, their background, their family history, whether you come from a poor family, a middle class, or a wealthy family. This is something that everybody can do. And that's what I'm really excited to share this with you, because to me, I think it is when it was shared with me, it was one of the most life-changing things that was ever shared with me. It actually opened up my eyes as far as how I looked at money, and why over the course of time, money has continued to lose its value. And you have inflation, you have the prices increasing all the time, and yet you work harder and harder to actually just pretty much keep your head up, your nose barely above water there, where it always seems that the more money you make, the more bills there are. And this presentation will actually show you why that is happening. But also at the same time, I'm going to share with you how you can do this, like I said, regardless of your income. So what this presentation is going to cover is what are the benefits of saving in the form of precious metals, or in this case here, specifically gold and silver. And I'm going to be sharing with you how you could save, and basically who you can trust. Okay, because that's a big thing too, is that there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of companies that you can work with, but finding, I'll give you some pointers as to what to look for in, a company that's good, and, why, I would recommend certain companies. It's also, I'm going to share with you how if you're getting a good deal, and like I said, how you can afford it regardless of your income. Even if you're on a tight budget, this is something that everybody can do, and everybody has the opportunity to do. But it's also on a cover, the fact is, can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? That is a fact, it can. And it's just a matter of getting in the mindset and ability to save, and basically be able to save X amount each week. Okay, and I should say each month. And that's what's the key to building generational wealth. Generational wealth isn't just something that happens overnight. And it's hard for people to grasp that right, nowadays, because everything online is, instant riches this and instant that. And that's not true. Yeah, there are people that do have that in certain cases, but a lot of times they're not showing you what leads up to that point where they actually start making money, a lot of money. And like with this here, with gold and silver in this presentation, you'll see how incremental steps over the course of time will build that generational wealth. And it's something that I think you'll really enjoy this presentation, because I got a lot of great information to share here with you. But also going to be covering what your financial institutions and your financial advisors do not want you to know. Okay, and there's a reason for that, and we'll cover that. And also I'm going to share with you how you can start today. Okay. And if you're located in one of these 7 countries that I have listed here, the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, or Singapore, you I have a really great opportunity to share with you. And even if you're not located in one of those countries, I still want you to, you're still going to get a lot of value from this presentation. But at the same time, I would still like you to reach out to me if you're not located in one of those countries, because this is something that this opportunity is going to be moving forward. Eventually, it's going to be worldwide. So it is something that you would be able to take advantage of at some point. But if you can reach out to me and let me know if you're in one of those other countries, I will definitely keep in touch with you, and I'll keep your name and email and everything on hand so I can reach out to you when your country is eligible. Okay. So who is this for? This is for anyone who understands the importance of saving in gold and silver, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. Okay. It's for those who are looking for their options to save and actually control how much and how often they save. And it's also for someone who has a job that does not have a 401k plan. Now, if you work for a company or a corporation that does offer that, I highly, highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because that is a great opportunity. And it's actually something that'll actually help you grow and, build your money over the course of time, which is in essence what this presentation is doing for you too, as far as silver and gold. But in this case here, if you're working for a company that does offer a 401k, definitely I highly encourage you to do that. But this is something that you can actually do in addition to that if you would like. And this is also for, there's a lot of people that work for companies and small, mom and pop shops that don't offer a 401k because they're not capable. They don't have the capacity to do it. So this gives you another option of something that you can look into. Okay. And it's also for those who are looking for money for college. Okay. That's something that, if you have a son or a daughter or a grandkid or something that is interested in going to college, this is something that you can actually start today. You could start putting those pieces into place as far as being able to help them out when the time comes for them to start their school, their second year phase of schooling. And that's kind of what attracted me to this opportunity. And what I'm sharing with you here today is because when it was introduced to me in December of last year, my youngest son just graduated high school a few weeks back. I'm really proud of him. He's got his whole life ahead of him here now, and he does want to go to college. But at the time when this was presented to me, I'm like, it resonated with me, because I wanted to be able to figure out another way for me to be able to help him down the road. And this is actually an option for that. Okay. It's also for those who are looking to put away, a nice little nest egg, start growing a nest egg and have something to build on that's actually going to be able to live off of or do something special with down the road. Like I said, I do have an opportunity here for a special opportunity for those people in those 7 countries to make an additional income. So this is what I'm going to be sharing with you today, is something where I like to attribute it as to your own personal 401k in the form of silver and gold. But at the same time, I'm going to share with you an opportunity where you can actually earn while you're actually saving. So it's kind of a win-win. It's not it is a win-win situation. And it's also for those who are just wondering what their options are. Okay. And this is something that if you have kids, especially like high school age or whatever, this is for an educational standpoint. What I'm going to share with you in the one video in my presentation today is stuff that everybody should know. This is something that's not taught in the general education system growing up. I know when I was growing up in school, they never covered this. And also with my youngest son who just graduated, they didn't cover this with him at all either. So this is something that you definitely get some good insight. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to be bringing in a gentleman here. His name is Zach Davis, and he's one of the co-founders of this company called 7K. And the reason why I'm bringing him in is because, he has a really nice short presentation where he kind of covers the whys of the importance of saving in the form of silver and gold, but also he does an excellent job of showing the history of why the US dollar has lost its value. And comparison over the course of a century, when you see things black and white, where the value of the US dollar has declined and then the value of precious metals has always remained a constant. When you see it in black and white, it is really eye-opening. Okay. And it's like everybody knows, everybody knows that they should have some form of savings in the form of gold and silver, but most people don't know how to go about doing it. And it's like I said, if you don't know what to do, you don't do anything. So hopefully you'll get some insight from this presentation. And even if you like, as far as the special offer that I have, even if you're not interested in this is still going to benefit you, because there's a lot of information that you should have, everybody should have the general knowledge of. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into this video here from Zach. And at the same time, time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be watching this, but you might see me duck out here for a minute because I have to check and make sure this is coming through okay on YouTube. And I don't want to do it on my phone right here because then it'll be an echo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start this presentation here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit different one here. What I'm going to do is hang on 1 second here. Let's see, stop, you share. There we go. What I want to do is I'm going to share this other video, which is a little bit more, it covers everything in general, but it's a little bit shorter than the other one. So, because I know it's Friday afternoon, everybody wants to probably get going with everything on the weekend here. So let's go ahead and share this one here. And if you have any, I'll be watching it with you. So please, if you have any questions, just kind of write them down or put them in the chat, and I'll get to them after the video as well. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Let's go. There. What metals should I be buying? Most people have these questions. Over the next few minutes, most people would say, that's a good idea to unspecial metals, but really didn't understand why. This lack of understanding, quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. Far too many people struggle. Home court silver can help shield you against the power of the sun. You'll see how will you have to spend? Buying gold and silver is easy, accessible. And not only that, purchasing power. The value of the Okay, so Zach did a really nice job there of let me go ahead and do a new share here of sharing that presentation and explaining well. And if you had any trouble hearing that, because I was trouble, I'm not sure if it came through real well on YouTube. What I'm going to do is if you want to email me direct, like I said in the chat, I have my name, email address. It's rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. I'd be more than happy to send you a personal copy of that presentation. But what I want to do here is I mentioned in one of my promos that I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to qualify for a drawing. So anybody who's watching this presentation, if you want to, in order to qualify, we do have a weekly cash prize of right now for the week of ending June 26th. It's a $50 MasterCard gift card that I would be actually sending to you, a physical card, or if it's something that you don't, would rather have me like PayPal you the money, I could do that as well. But this is something above and beyond. It has nothing to do with 7K. This is just from me to you, for showing my appreciation for you taking your time out to watch this presentation. But what I would like you to do is, in order to qualify, just send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and let me know what your biggest takeaway from the presentation was, whether it's something that you liked, you didn't like, or what was the one thing that stood out to you on the presentation. So just so to get the feedback going, a little two-way communication street. That's what you'll qualify for the weekly drawing. And then also I do have a special rare collectible that I'm going to be sharing with you as a drawing at the end of the month here in June. So you'll qualify for both the weekly and the monthly drawing. Okay, so real quick, what I want to do is I want to share the opportunity with you now, and then I'll go into a little bit more information about 7K and what everything is that it's entailed. Okay, so in this case here, in order to, what I want to do is, this is a really great opportunity. Okay, for one, it's going to give you the option to save and control how much you save and how often. Okay, but also at the same time, not only are you going to be saving and starting to build that generational wealth, by just doing monthly, like what Zach explains in the presentation, is they created the autosaver program so people have that option to do it on pretty much set it and forget it, where you pick which day of the month that you want to have your autosaver, your physical silver or gold shipped to you, and then you just set it, and then just every month they send you an email saying, hey, we charged here's your receipt, we charged your credit card or you debited your bank account, and here's your receipt. Then the next thing you do is you get an email that says, here's your tracking number for your shipment, and then 2 days later you get it in FedEx. Okay, like I'm here in the Illinois, so I'm in the central United States, and every time my autosaver shipped, I get within 2 days, and they send you the tracking number, and then the day that FedEx delivers it, you get another email saying, hey, your package was delivered. So they're very thorough in what they do. But what I want to do is, in order to help you as much as possible, what I want to do is I want to offer you the opportunity to work together as a team. And now that it's not my team, it's not your team, it's our team. And that's where what this is, in order to qualify, like in the different levels of rank, from going from associate all the way up to executive gold, you need to work it together as a team. So 7K came up with this opportunity because they wanted to find the best possible way to share this opportunity with people and give the average person the opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold. And with their compensation plan, they basically said, okay, well, what can we do to not only give the people the benefit of saving in the form of silver and gold, but what can we do to take it a step further and help them build an additional income in the process? Well, in order to do that, they have I put it this way. This is probably the biggest pay it forward opportunity I've ever seen, period, in my entire life. Okay, it's something where it's a win-win situation where you're actually saving yourself, and you actually physically have the silver or gold that you have shipped to you monthly, but then at the same time you have the opportunity to earn in the process. Okay, and like in order to qualify for all those different levels, you do need to work together as a team, because this is something, and what I want to share with you here with this opportunity is that we together can build a team and have everybody succeeding. Okay, because my main goal here is to have every single person qualify as an associate minimum. Okay, so to where they're getting those $500 a week checks and actually helping, building a little extra income on top of being able to save. Okay, so in this case here, what I would like you to do is just send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and give me your best preferred email address, the one that you check the most often. And then also I want you to include your phone number and your address. And the reason why I want the phone number is that just gives us another opportunity for another means of communicating via text, or like if you have questions or something, or you want me to jump on a call with you or a Zoom with you and explain something, or share something with somebody that that might be interested in it, I'd be more than happy to do that. But this way it gives us a two-way communication street besides just the email. And then also with your address, what I'm doing is I'm putting together a special bonus package for everybody that's on our team, where I'm going to send you something, another special added bonus that's just from me to you. So it's something, if you don't want that, then you don't have to give me your address, but I'm trying to just I want everybody working together. Okay, and we have a really great opportunity here to help everybody that we share this opportunity with. Okay, so if you could send that to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, then when I get that, I will send you a link. Okay, and I will have my phone number as well, so that way you have my phone number to connect with me to via text or something. But also I will send you a link, and as soon as you get that link, go ahead and create your membership. And when you create your membership, you're going to get a username, and that username is going to be actually part of your referral referral ID. Okay, like in this case here in this graphic here, we got the www.7kmetals.com/rickf. That's my referral link, and it's actually to my own personal website on top of it. So in this case here, whatever your username is, that's going to be the tail end of your referral link. So after you create your username, go ahead and email that back to me. Okay, and then I will in turn take your link, your referral ID, and share it with the next person. So you see how that's paying it forward. Everybody's, it's working together to help everybody out. So like in this case here, with the link that I'm going to send you, it's not even going to be my own. Okay, it's going to be somebody that's on our team. Okay, so it's something that right away, we're paying it forward, trying to help as many people out as possible. Okay, and so like if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you catch this later and you don't want to wait for me to get back to with a link, then you can go ahead and just click on the 7kmetals.com RickF, and then it'll actually prompt you to start creating your membership there. And then I will see your information, so I will reach out to you afterwards as well, but you could always do it there. Okay. So yeah, so that's just pretty much, it's an opportunity to work together and for me to help you build your team, as well as us working together to build everybody's success. Okay, so it's something that, and by default, if this is done correctly, when you share this opportunity, by default, even if you're not interested in making the additional $500 a week or what have you, by default you at some point will, because if it's done correctly, your points and everything will stack up, okay, to where you qualify for that. So this is just a way of reaching those goals quicker. Okay, so just a little bit more about 7K. You may have heard of them, or you may not have, but if you check them out on the Better Business Bureau, then it's something I highly encourage everybody to always do. Is anytime you're getting involved with an opportunity or something where you're actually, there's a benefits to it, always do your due diligence and check them out. And that's what I did as well. So like when you go to 7K Metals on Better Business Bureau, they have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which is excellent. They have a 4.5 out of 5-star customer review. But one thing that's important, that's important, the star review. But one thing I always look at is this one here, the customer complaints, and they have 0. So there's times, like somebody might be really happy with the service and they'll give it like, they say, hey, it's a great company, and then all of a sudden they give it a 4 stars. Well, why didn't you give it a 5? So, like I said, the stars are important, but what I always find is the telltale sign is the customer complaints, because, and sometimes you might have one person or two people that don't like something happen, or they had a bad experience with a shipment or something, and then they'll give it a bad review, but yet they did not go through the process of filing a complaint. And that's what's really key with the Better Business Bureau is, what people file a complaint. So anyways, they are located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So if you were in that city right now, they do have they're an actual company. So you could actually walk in their front door and talk to the people that work there and everything. And so it's like they are a real company. And that's like what's a benefit about this is a lot of times when you see opportunities online, you don't even, there's no physical location. It's just a virtual thing. So there's not any way you could actually like go visit the place or find out what they're about or anything like this. In this case here, 7K is, they do have an actual location there, and you can actually visit them anytime you want if you wanted to. But also they do have, you can contact them by phone. They have after hours, they have customer support and live chat. So if you ever have any questions after hours, you do have a way of getting in touch with them. And, that's one thing I can say from day one, their customer service has always been A+ top notch. It's really been phenomenal. And that's one thing that I've been really impressed is anytime I've had a question after hours, they're like right there to help you out. So, yeah, it's a definite plus for the company. And a little bit more about the owners, the co-founders. There's Zach Davis, who did that video for us, and then there's Roger Ball and Josh Anderson. And if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, he actually is the founder of the company Melaleuca. Okay, and everybody knows Melaleuca's been around for like at least 2 decades now, and they're a $2 billion company. So it's something that just shows you the type of people that have put together 7K. Okay, and so like I said, they got together and they wanted to share the best possible way to allow the average everyday person to be able to save in the form of silver and gold. And then, what benefits could they bring them to make it even, a better opportunity for people to do this and then share. And that's what, like I said, this is a really incredible opportunity out of everything I've ever seen online in the last decade. This is pretty much the best. It's the most pay it forward program I've ever seen. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a short video. This is like a 3-minute video on how you get paid. Okay. So if you're interested in just even if you're not interested in earning income on the side, by saving for your future. But like I said, by default, at some point you will actually receive, if this is done correctly, which is that's what I'm here to, why I want everybody working together as a team, is so that we can actually help each other out. And by default, you will at some point receive some sort of compensation. But if you wanted to, you could just create your membership, and then you could still, set up the autosaver and have your shipment made to you every month. And you wouldn't have to do anything. Okay. You wouldn't have to worry about contacting people or sharing it with people. But like I say to the people that I've talked to this about, it's like, don't hesitate or don't be shy sharing the opportunity. Because even if you share the video, like one of these videos, like I'm sharing with you, say, hey, I want you to check out this video. Let me know what you think. And afterwards, even if they're like, nah, I'm not interested, and to say, well, okay, well, at least and I appreciate taking the time to do it. And if you know of anybody that could possibly be interested, go ahead and share it with them, or have them contact me. And you just go on from there. That way there's no hard feelings. You don't feel awkward about asking anybody about it, to share it with them. So like I said, it's just how you approach it. And like your success, your individual success, if you're looking at it from the additional income standpoint, it really boils down to how much you share the opportunity. I mean, if you don't share it with anybody, then your success is not going to be as much or as quick. And that's where, like I said, together working as a team, I can work with you on helping you with things. And like, even if you wanted me to talk to somebody for you, I could do that. Because once we're all working together as a team, everything that each one of us does builds up the other people in the team. And that's what's really great about this system, is like, it's definitely like a pay it forward system. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and share this video here, and hopefully the audio is a little bit better. If you can type in the chat if you're having trouble hearing it, but let's go ahead and share this here.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid for sharing? Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199. Our standard plus is $359, and our premium annual membership is $499. And you can't go wrong with any of them, and they all put silver in your hands immediately. When you refer your first 2 memberships, you will immediately have 2 teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. For simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points. A standard plus earns you 100, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. When you accumulate 500 rewards points on both your right and left teams, you earn a $500 commission check and become an associate. Now, for those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement. And the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, you can earn a $500 check per week. As a copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000 per week. Silvers can earn up to $3,500 per week. Golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You can almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember, you earn 50, 100, or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on memberships. For each coin of the month anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional 15, 20, or 30 rewards points. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you ever want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. That's all there is to it. So here's what I want you to do now. If you like our story, become a member, share it, and get paid. If you like the idea of buying gold and silver and you want to get it at the best price, become a member and join the Coin of the Month program today. Either way, you win. Click the button below now and take the next step to changing your financial future forever. Welcome to 7K Metals, where we believe in you.
Okay, so that Zach summed it up in a nutshell there. So it's really that it's not that difficult of a thing to do as far as if you're looking to earn passively. Okay. Sorry about that. So
you want,
whoops. Okay, so I wanted to share with something with you real quick. Okay, just to kind of give you like an overview of what your potential is as far as you're saving for your future, you're building that generational wealth. Okay. And this is something where, like, I just want to share this something personal with you here. This was actually my son's graduation present, was a membership to 7K, because for one, it not only gets him saving and starting to build that generational wealth, but he's 18 now. So doing this over the next 20 years, you can see how over the course of 20 years, how that is going to build up. Okay. So that's kind of why I wanted him to get started on this. And I thought it would be a great, a graduation gift, was just something that where he can start building for his future and his family down the road. Okay. So this is something just to keep that in mind too. And real quick about the graded coins. Okay. So like with your membership packages, you do actually receive something with each package. It's not that where you're just paying a fee and that's it. No, you actually get physical silver or gold, depending on which package you choose. Okay. And like at the time when this was introduced to me was like 2 weeks before Christmas. And so 2 weeks before Christmas, my budget was kind of tight. So I'm like, well, I want to do this, but I'll just go get in with the basic stuff. Okay. So I went with the standard membership, and I went with the basic auto saver, which is the once a month shipment. And with the basic member or the standard membership, you get actually they do send you I did get a silver graded coin. It was actually an MS69, which is just a hair shy of being perfect, but it still has that high dollar value retention as far as its value over the course of time. And then the fact that it's graded is even better, because with grading, NGC is Numismatic Grading Corporation, and they're one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. And when they grade something, they actually encase in this hard plastic case, and then on top of it, they put a serial number and a barcode on it. So it's always traceable and trackable. And so it's like you could actually look up that serial number at any time online and see, the exact coin. And then you can also track it to watch its value. Okay. So you do get something in return for your membership. Okay. But then just think about this. Okay. So you have the auto saver program, and like right now with the standard membership or the basic auto saver, they're sending out the Silver Eagle State Series. So there's in the United States, there's 50 states. So my initial goal here is to put together all 50 states. So when he was sharing the example of the $1.2 million mistake, okay, that's pretty eye-opening when you have one silver dollar coin worth $19,000, okay, or the one that was worth $600. So think about that. So you have one coin, like this coin here that I'm holding in my hand. It's a 2020 MS70 Utah State Series. Okay, so in this case here, there's a possibility that this coin, maybe 5-10 years down the road, this could be another one of those $19,000 coins, but you don't know. Okay, but in this case here, putting together the 50 states as a collection, any collector that's into coin collecting would be chomping at the bit to get a complete 50 state series coin collection, all graded MS70 perfect. Okay, because that's the thing with MS70, there's no higher grade. That's a perfectly graded coin. And think about it with their excuse me a second, with their membership, they're making sure that when you get your auto saver, that you're getting a perfectly graded coin. So yeah, there's times that certain coins that they go to have graded that don't grade perfect. Well, they're not going to send you those ones. You're going to get the ones for your auto saver that are going to be always MS70. And just in order to have one coin graded, you do have to have a membership to NGC, which right now that is like $25 for the membership. But in order to have one coin graded, even before it's graded, it's going to cost you $35. So right there, you're at $60 just to have a coin graded. And then you don't know if it's going to come back as a perfectly graded coin or not. But in this case here, what 7K is doing, they're ensuring that what they ship you is the top best quality. Okay. So that's part, when you think about the membership and that it's more than just a fee, it's not, you do get something for it, but at the same time, there's all these other benefits that are included with your membership. Okay. So I wanted to share an example here. This is like an ROI investment calculator that you can look up online. So like say if you went with, this is just going with the auto saver, the basic it's actually $105 per month, but with the shipping and insurance, it comes out to $116. So over the course of 12 months, you'd be spending $1,392. But if you're, once you qualify as an associate and you're hitting that $500 a week check, basically you would get a left and a right. So you have two teams, and each team you want to keep going left, right in your back office. And I will show you how to do that on another private Zoom or special meeting. But once you get to each level gets to 500 points, they issue you a $500 check. And so this is weekly that they do this. As long as your teams are hitting the points, you will get that money weekly. It's not where you have to, in most cases online, you have to wait a month. In this case here, you're getting this every week once your team is hitting those points. So if you qualified as an associate, which that's what I'm going to help you to do, is working together as a team, you would be, $500 a week at 52 weeks in a year, you're at $26,000. So this is just using this as an example. So if you would spend or save $1,392. So you're saving for your future, building that generational wealth. And in the process of saving that much money, you have the potential of having a return of $24,608, which is a 1,767% return on investment, which you can't beat that anywhere. Okay, even Bitcoin and crypto isn't even that great of a percentage. So, so that's just something to keep in mind. And this, like I said, it's all potential. There's no guarantee that you're going to get this, but if working together as a team, we can make sure that we all grow together and work together, and then we all have the opportunity to have a little bit extra success here. Okay, so I just want to show you that, kind of give you it in black and white, showing you what you could save. And like I said, this is saving. It's not like you're just, spending it on something and then it's going to waste or something. You physically have silver and gold. And that's actually one of the key assets to building generational wealth, is actually physically owning it. These wealthy families, they're not just dealing with stocks and everything. They're actually dealing with physical silver and gold that they're actually saving. So it's something that they, that's something, a little insider secret as to why, they don't share that with everybody, but that's what they're doing. And one thing I want to point out too is I made a comment about how your financial institutions and your financial advisors don't want you to know what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know pretty much basically that you are capable of saving in the form of silver and gold yourself. Okay, because if you're banks want you just to save their money, in a savings account or some type of money market account or something like that, where they're actually able to use your money to actually, one, use it to, loan it to other people. But at the same time, banks are one of the biggest, like Zach mentioned, they're one of the biggest investors in gold and silver. So they would rather use your money and do it themselves instead of you using your own money and doing it yourself. In this case here, the same with the financial advisor. He's not going to say, yeah, go ahead and create an account with a 7K and actually where you can save the gold and silver yourself. And you don't have to worry about dealing with me, because he's not going to tell you, because then he's not going to make a commission. So in this case here, it's something that they know that these opportunities exist, but they're not willing to share that because they don't want you doing it yourself. And in this case here, this is something so simple that you can, like I said, you create a membership, you pick your day of the month. They have 5 days of the month to choose from. It's the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. Like today's the 25th. Like if you didn't want to have your first autosaver shipped until like July 15th, you could still do that. You could create your membership. You could start earning points. You could share the opportunity and actually start building your teams. And there's even a possibility that you could even qualify for a payment even before you have your autosaver shipped. Okay, so in a way, if you do this correctly, there's a way that you can get your gold or silver or whatever you pick for your autosaver. You could actually get that free every month if you, share the opportunity. So it's something like, and if you don't want to share the opportunity, it's still at some point, like I said, you will qualify for some type of payment if this is done correctly. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you succeed. Okay, so in this case here, there's a huge amount of benefits to this. Okay, so and it's up to you. Like I said, if it's not required for you to you can create a membership and just save on monthly on your own, and that's fine. And as far as, it's just like I said, this is just an extra opportunity. Like if you were interested in potentially earning money, then you could do this. And like I've got the income disclosure on here because it's like we're talking about where you're saving for your future, where you're actually getting physical silver or gold, but at the same time, you do have that potential to earn. So I do have to have that income disclosure on there. So it's nothing guaranteed, but together as a team, we can help everybody succeed. Okay. So just to recap real quick, the standard membership is $199. The plus membership is $359 and the premium is $499. So each one has different benefits to it. And like when you go to create your account through that link, it'll show you, it'll cover what's each package involved in each package. So you can actually make the decision there too. But in order to qualify from an associate all the way up to executive gold, it doesn't necessarily mean that, yeah, if you pay for a premium membership, you're going to have more points quicker. But at the same time, you can actually qualify to become an executive gold, even if you started with the standard membership. Okay. So it's up to you. It depends on how, what type of package you want or what you want to do. Okay. So that's all up to you. That's you can have success, starting out at $199, or you can have success starting out at $499. So it's up to you. Okay, and just to recap the 3 autosaver plans, there's the basic at $105, the variety is $139, and the specialty is $309. Like with the basic, it's the Silver Eagle State Series, and the variety is the Silver Eagle State Animal Series. So that's actually a colorized coin. So those will also be MS70 graded, and then the specialty is either like a gold or a silver coin, and it's usually, if it's silver, it's like a low mintage coin, so it has a higher value to it. Like I think in May there was a 2-ounce silver coin that had a very low mintage, so it had a high dollar value, but that'll vary on the specialty. It's not always a specific series. Okay, all right, so just to recap how you become an associate or above, you receive points on your own personal monthly autosaver. So it's not necessarily like if you created your membership and you didn't have anybody specifically on your team yet, you could still have points going towards your left or right leg, or your left or right team. Okay, because when you have your autosavership, the points that are associated with that go into your leg, but then also they have something that's called loyalty points, which hasn't been covered in this presentation. But what it is, that's something separate. In addition to above and beyond getting the points for your autosaver, there's a separate section in your back office called, under your profile, that says loyalty award points, and those you actually can accumulate on top of it to receive. As you accumulate the points, they have different coins and collectibles and things that you can actually trade those points in for. So that's in addition to actually saving the points on your downline. So it's another incentive they give you, because you can actually accrue the points and then exchange it for free gold. Okay, free gold or silver. Okay. So you also get points when someone underneath you joins. So when they join, the points that are associated with them, those go towards your left or right leg. And then also whenever those members have their autosavership, those points go towards you. So there's constantly, really, the sooner you start, the better, because the more people that come in underneath you are on our team or under your team, those points are going to accumulate up to you. Okay, and that's how you're able to qualify for the weekly checks, because not everybody's going to have the same exact autosaver date. That's why they haven't spread it throughout the month that way, because it's to make it convenient for people to be able to save at different times through the month, because you don't want to have everything coming in on the first when you have all your bills due on the first. So some people like to have it in the middle of the month. But either way, there is you do have to, in order to hold your rank and hold your point level, you do have to stay active within a 30-day period. And that's why I highly encourage you to go ahead, when you create your account, to just set up your autosaver. That way you don't have to worry about, remember, did I have my shipment come this month? Did I stay within the 30-day window or whatever? Just do your autosaver. And it's just kind of, like I said, a 401k, where you pick your day, you pick which autosaver package you want, and then you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like a 401k. You pick a percentage that you want taken out of your pay, and they take the money out even before you get your pay. So you never even think about it. You never worry about it, because the money's being taken out of there, and it's just done automatically. But here, like in this case with 7K, you can actually have it set up so it's done automatically. Okay, so you get the points from your autosaver when someone joins underneath you, and then their autosaver. And then also, because you have your own website, which is your referral link, you could post it on Facebook, social media, anywhere you want to, or even LinkedIn. And if anybody clicks on that link and then you decide to purchase something from it, those points will get attached to you. Okay, so there's another way there for you to get points. But then on top of it too, with your website, it also gives the people an option option when they go to check out. If they'll say, hey, are you a member? And if they say no, then they'll say, well, if you become a member, then this is what your cost would be today, or this is the benefit of it. In that case there, it's an indirect way of a subtle way of asking them to sign up. And in some cases, people will sign up, so then they'll be attached to you as well. So there's a lot of different opportunities here. And to show you how the this is I'll show you this first. This is the associate. Okay, to get when he's talking about the left and right teams, this would be used signing up today. The first, you have two. As soon as you get two direct referrals, one on your left and one on your right, and you control the placement of them. And I will show you that in the back office too on another meeting or on a separate Zoom call. But so as soon as you get two people to sign up and you have one left and one right, you qualify as an associate. That's how simple it is. You know, just so if you share the opportunity with two people and they're like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take advantage of that, then you already qualify as an associate. So then it's just a matter of hitting those points of the 500 per week. But what they started doing at the end of last year is an extra bonus to help people start getting money quicker, to help people pay it forward quicker. They decided that if you hit at least 250 points on your left and right each side and you're qualified as an associate, then they'll issue you a payment for $250. Okay, so it's something that's really nice. And actually, when you go to create your account, one thing I do want to point out is make sure that you use the address that's on your driver's license or your state ID or your country ID, because that's what they use as a checks and balance. And they have to do this by law. They have to they will ask you for a copy of your driver's license or your ID or whatever. So that's what the government makes them do, is because they're, we're dealing with income or money here as far as gold and silver. And so they have to actually know who the people are. So just keep that in mind. You will need to have an actual ID or some sort of a driver's license or something to be able to send them. But then also you will need to have put in your social security number, because you will have the opportunity to earn income here. And once a year when it comes tax time, they will submit the revenue that they paid you to the IRS. So it's something that they do not take taxes out of each payment. So when he was talking about the 500 on up to $12,500 per week, you would get that full amount. They're not going to take taxes out. So you're going to be responsible for setting aside a little bit of money each time you get paid for tax purposes at the end of the year. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. Okay. So you get one left and one right, and then that qualifies you as an associate. So then your next goal is to help those two people that are on your team each become an associate. And then after that, once you get two direct referrals, you're up to $1,000 per week as a copper. So this is technically how it looks as a copper. So this would be your first two direct referrals here. And then when you help those two people become an associate, here and here, and then you get two more direct, wrong way. Sorry. Then you get two more direct referrals here, that once you get to this line here, you're at a copper. So you're at $1,000 per week. Okay. So with what I'm sharing with you today, because like I said, I will send you a link. You fill out you register, and then you send me back your username or your affiliate link, and then I'll share that with somebody else. So like right away, I will be trying to help you qualify for an associate right away. And like if you're watching this and your husband or your wife might want to do this, or you want them to join, you would buy that is one of the stipulations 7K has, that if you can have two per household, 2 members per household, but the first member that signs up in the household, the other person has to sign up through their link. So like if you're watching this and you say, hey, my husband would like to do this, he would have to sign up underneath your link. So then the next thing you would do is send me your link, and then the very next person that you get referred would qualify as an associate. But at the same time, keep in mind too, if you know like 4 or 5 people that might be interested in doing this, let me know that when you reach out to me with your email address. That way I can communicate with you, and we can strategically place when we want to share your direct link with whoever. Okay, so that's something just to keep in mind too. So because if you know several people that would be interested in doing this, there's an option for you to qualify faster. Okay, and like I said, there's ways you could do this where you could actually even get your first commission check for referring, sharing the opportunity even before your autosaver shifts, but it depends on how much you engage with people and share it. Okay, so then I also did want to point out the only other way that you can have more than 2 per household is if you are a business owner. Okay, so if you have like your own company or your own business, what you can do, because that has a different tax ID. So you would be able to have, one underneath your social security number, which is for this in the United States, that's your tax ID. But then you could also have one for your business tax ID, and that would allow you to have two different accounts for yourself individually. In that case there, you could actually technically, you could have your husband or wife or whatever sign up underneath you for one, and then you could use your business ID or business tax for the second one. You're an associate already. So it's just food for thought. Okay, so that's that. And just to go over the ranks again, associates 500 per week, and this is per week, not per month, and it is every Saturday night. They cycle points at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. So if you hit the points for that week, they will deduct that from your left and right teams, and then the money will go into your Sound Money wallet, which is, that's when you create your account. You set that up, and that's actually very simple to do. It's just putting in the information about yourself and what bank that you would like the money transferred to, because that is something that the money all goes into the Sound Money wallet first, and then you decide whether you want to keep it there and use it to pay for your monthly autosavers, or if you want to just have them issue you a check to your bank account or whatever, mail you a check. It's all handled through that. That's very simple. So associates 500 per week, copper is 1,000 per week, bronze is 2,000, silver is $3,500 a week. And besides that being $3,500 a week, that's like $14,000 a month as an income. They do something really special, because if you hit silver within the first 90 days, they will actually, to reward you for sharing the opportunity and really going all out and helping people, paying it forward and sharing the opportunity, they will actually reward you with a 100-ounce silver bar. So you would get an actual physical 100-ounce silver bar, and then that's currently, that value is like around $3,100, $3,200, and that's just an extra bonus for you for hitting the rank of silver within 90 days. And they do make sure that you hold the rank for 45 days after you qualify as a silver. You do need to hold it, so your members that are underneath you will need to stay active and still be getting the points and participating in the monthly autosaver, or at least purchasing every 30 days. So because I guess at some point somebody tried to pull some shenanigans and just hit that to get the silver bar, and then they stopped everything. But that's why they make sure that you hold it for at least 45 days. Okay, but that's still, a 100-ounce bar of silver for just sharing a great opportunity. You can't beat that. So anyways, after the silver, the gold is 7,000, the executive gold is 10,000, and the presidential gold is 12,500 per week. And to close out the income disclosure, at the time that these numbers were put together, this goes from the time that they came into existence, from November 2016 to October 30th of last year, 2020. Out of all the people that were eligible to receive an income or were qualified to as an associate, where they may or may not have received a payment yet, 92% of those people were associates. So it shows you that the majority of the people that are in 7K just share it with two people. But there's so much potential if you're able to share it with more. Okay, so then the 6% were copper, so they were making 1,000 per week. Bronze, there was 1%, which were making 2,000 per week, and silver was less than 1%. And then gold and executive gold, there were people there as well, but there was less than 1%. But this is, we're talking tens of thousands of people, because there are a lot of people in 7K that are in the program. So this is just shows you down kind of the breakdown on that. Okay, so just to recap the benefits with the membership, you get access to the Sound Money wallet. You have the autosaver program. So it's, like I said, it's your own personal 401k in the form of silver and gold. And so you can set it and pretty much forget it until, well, of course, every month when you get it in your hands, you're going to be like, it's a reminder that you're actually building that wealth for you and your family. Okay. They also do offer a 7K healthcare program. Like every company, they have an open enrollment period, which I personally, I'm not sure when that is, because I have not taken advantage of that yet. But they do offer a supplemental insurance as well. So like if you already have insurance, or if you don't need it, then you don't have to worry about it. But it is an opportunity. That is something they offer their members too. And I'm not sure what the cost is for that would be, but that is something. So like if you wanted to make this your full-time job or whatever, you have that option of doing that, and then also just getting your insurance through 7K. And they've worked out a really good deal with some larger companies. So it's something that you could take advantage of. There's also the dealer direct pricing that you get on your silver or gold. So what they mean by that is like when they it goes from the mint to the dealer and then 7K purchases it from the dealer. What they mean by that is that with dealer direct pricing, whether you order one of something or you order 100 or 1,000 of something, you're still going to pay the same piece price. They don't have it where you have to buy X amount in order to get a better price. So whether you're just, if you're working on like a tight budget, and you're making 15,000 a year and you wanted to get one of something for like a gift or something, and that's, all this stuff is great gift ideas too, because they even have like jewelry and stuff with 7K. So there's a lot of things that they offer. But like if you just wanted to get one of something, you're going to get the same price as if somebody bought 10,000 of them. That's what they mean by that, okay, with the dealer direct pricing. So you're always going to get a good deal. You're always going to get the very best possible price, regardless of the quantity. They have the 7K limited edition rare coins. They do have a lot of coins that they have that are 500 or less mintage, where there's, they only make X amount. And so those usually are rare and they're harder to come by. So they're from a collector standpoint, if you're a coin collector or you're saving in the form of silver and gold or whatever, they do have some really rare limited edition collectibles and coins. There's a 1099 tax advantages. Not only are when you start receiving an income, you're going to be considering, you'll have tax advantages because you're operating and owning a business, so to speak. So there's different advantages, certain things that you will able to use as tax deductions too. So that's something I would highly encourage you to check with your CPA or your accountant and see what they recommend you keep track of, but there will be advantages there. But then there's also tax advantages for saving in specific types of silver and gold, okay? So then there's the gold, they offer a gold backed IRA too. So how many companies offer that? There's not that many, especially online with something like this. This is between the insurance and that gold backed IRA and everything here. This is, they really do offer their members quite a bit here. So that's something that you could look into as well. There's a 7K advantage, which is what Zach talked about. There's a phone app where you could actually just plug in your city or wherever you're at, and it'll show you what companies and businesses offer discounts there. You have the residual income for a lifetime. So as long as you're active and the members below you stay active, you can continue to receive the weekly compensation checks. And once people get into this and they start saving weekly and they see it building that generational or their newfound generational wealth, I'll put it that way. It's just something that you will continue to do. So once people see the benefits and actually start having it sent, the silver or gold come monthly, you'll have members for life. And like I said, this is something where I'm really excited to have my son start this and do this, because he's going to be able to start building incrementally, month by month, step by step, starting to build that wealth for him and his future family. And then also you have e-commerce sales. You have your own personal website. So any sales from that, any points or anything attached to that, you get compensated for it, or those get attached to you. So there really is a ton of benefits here. So okay, just to recap to how you get started today, go ahead and send me an email, your preferred email address and your phone number and address to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. I will in turn, as soon as I get that, I will send you a link, and this is going to be first come, first serve basis. So if you're number 2 or number 3 or so on during this presentation, that email, I will, as soon as I get your email, I'll let you know if I'm waiting for somebody to get back to me before I give them before I can get you a link. But I will, that's my goal, is to help everybody out here and get everybody to at least to that associate rank right away, because in order for you to succeed and me to succeed and all of us to succeed, we need to work together. Okay. So once I get that, your email address and everything, I'll send you a link, and I'll actually have my phone number on there so you can reach out to me via text or something first. And keep in mind, I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone here in the US. So depending on which country you're in or what time zone, kind of keep that in mind if you do have to reach out to me for something personally. So you'll have my email, obviously, because you're going to email me first, but then you'll have my phone number too for texting purposes. And then once you get the link that I send you, create your membership right away, and then email me your username and your link, and I will share that with the next person. Okay, so you can see how that works. So, or if you're watching the replay, you can go to 7kmetals.com/RickF. And just if they prompt you to put in a code or referral person, just put in Rick F. And that way I will see your information too, and I will reach out to you as soon as I get that as well also. But you could also join through that link too, okay? So I hope everybody enjoyed the presentation this afternoon. I appreciate your time. Like I said, even if you're not going to get started today or whatever, let me know your feedback, and you'll qualify for the drawing, the personal drawing that I'm doing for the weekly and then the monthly drawing. And I'll be happy to reach out to you with any questions. And like I said, this is a great opportunity. And even if you just share what you learned today with somebody, they're going to benefit from it. So whether they want to become a member or they don't, but even just knowing the information that you did about the silver and gold, and seeing that comparison from 1965 to now between the Ford Mustang, and then also the $1.2 million mistake with the Silver Eagles. Just seeing that in black and white, and actually that $1.2 million collection, I think it's like over $1.4 million now. So it just shows you it's something that it can build. Silver and gold can build generational wealth, but you just have to start. And with what I shared with you today, I shared with how you could do it step by step. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions, reach out to me at rickandsilverandgoldsolutions.org, and I will look forward to talking to you soon. Everybody have a great afternoon and enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much. Bye.